Oh no, back to the barn again. Oh no, back to the barn again. It was a it was a thing. It was a thing with Dexter's lab. It was Hello, my beautiful Texans, your friendly Guppeteer, and I'm back again with another Steven Universe vlog, and today's episode is Back to the Barn Again. Oh no, back to the barn again! And in this episode, Peridot, as it left off from last episode, Peridot is telling the gems about the cluster with a little presentation she set up, which I'd like to see like the deleted scene or an uncut storyboard of Tiny Peridot and Steven like working together to create the little presentation. That'd be funny. But yes. But anyways, the gems obviously they're like, that's bad. We should probably get rid of that giant cluster in the middle of the earth. So they think that, well, they know that they have to make a giant machine sort of drill that'll go journey to the center of the earth and, I don't know, get rid of the cluster. The details are shoddy. And so when they go to the barn that we saw in Space Race to get all kinds of materials, Peridot is obviously, well, not obviously, Peridot's immediately like, alright, neat, thanks for showing me the materials. Get out of here. And Pearl's like, I'm not getting out of here, I gotta supervise, watch this. And to which Peridot replies, and this is the bombshell that everybody's going to want me to talk about, is that Peridot is like, no, you're just a pearl. And when Steven asks, what she means by that, Peridot explains that at Homeworld, pearls, as many have speculated in the past, and even I have speculated in many of my vlogs, pearls are like little maintenance robot sort of thingies on Homeworld. They're like your little personal assistant, Baymax, whatever you want to call it. I think they clean, they do service, I think Peridot says some other stuff, but the basis of like housework or just, hey, do this, you're my little minion slave or whatever, which a lot of people speculated that, and it's not as big as a shock, as, a lot of people would think, but for me, I was like, that moment where, like, you know that you sorta kinda knew what it was gonna be, but you hear it anyway, and you're just like, oh, cool, I knew that, Mom, I knew that, and then Mom kicks you out of the house because you're still making Steven Universe vlogs with your life, and, yeah, so anyway, Steven's like, what? More pearls, what? And Pearl's pretty embarrassed that this whole thing happened. We can obviously assume that Pearl belonged to Rose Quartz, unless there is some other thing coming up soon. It's pretty, I think it would be, canon to speculate that she belonged to Rose Quartz. But, maybe they're gonna pull out something from left field. Pearl belonged to Yellow Diamond, what? And so, because Steven was like 5 or 6 other people that like Pacific Rim. Yeah, come at me. He wants the Peridot and Pearl to build robots to fight to the death and see who is the superior gem in this situation of building. And so they both build robots strangely quick and with incredible powers. Pearl's is an elegant little bendy arms thingy, and Peridot's is a more clunky, beefier, and more powerful machine. Obviously showing like kind of the contrast. Pearl's always with the gracefulness, and Peridot, I can't say she's big and bulky, but with power. And so honestly, I'll be honest with I'll cut the synopsis a little short here and say the rest of the episode, like I'd say maybe 5 of the 10 minutes is actual storyline progressing stuff, and then the rest is just them doing stuff in their robot suits because robots are cool, and so robot suits do all kinds of stuff. It's cool, I guess. I don't know. I ain't a robot. I don't know these kind of things. I ain't a robot. And then in the end, it looks like it's a tie between Peridot and Pearl in the robot competition. So, Steven's like, all right, you two can work together. But they ain't taking it, so they get in a robot fight. And when Peridot's talking smack about how Pearl's just a Pearl, Pearl goes up, right foot, left hook, and just destroys her face with a big old sock to it. I'll probably make that the thumbnail of the video, just like Pearl's fist right there on Peridot. Punches Peridot right in the kisser, southpaws her, and it's just so out of nowhere, but it's still funny because Peridot's in pain. It's like everybody in the last 2 episodes was like, "Oh, Peridot's so cute," and I was one of them too. Like you saw how I was in what was it called? Catch and Release. I was like, "Oh, Tiny Peridot is so cute," and now in this episode, I'm like, I hate her so much. She's such a jerk, and yeah, I hate her so much. She's such a jerk. And yeah, she was pretty jerky in this episode, and pretty jerky. I don't like it, but it's to show that she's not doing this. She's not doing this for anybody else. Peridot's doing this for Peridot. She's Peridot, and so she gets punched in the face, but Pearl's just completely demolished. They do. I don't know if it was an illusion. Allusion by illusion, not illusion like, ooh, you know what illusion means. I don't know if it was an illusion or a reference or something to the Avengers movie, but the giant strong green creature picks up the nimble weak creature and does like the just like in Avengers where Loki gets picked up by Hulk and he just totally destroys him after the puny god thing. That happens. Pearl, I think Pearl would poof at a time like that, but whatever. Pearl does not poof. She rather just does the Team Rocket swirly eyes thing. And when Peridot thinks she's won, she sees that the crystal gems, instead of just being like, "Oh, what a Pearl," they go over and they actually care a lot for Pearl. And Peridot's like, "What are you talking about? She's just a Pearl." And she's like, "No, she's not. Listen to this speech." Steven gives a really nice speech, and they go, to clean Pearl up and stuff. And Peridot's like, "Well, that's not fair." And Speaker of the House John Boehner comes over and it's like, "Welcome to America," or "Welcome to Earth," I guess. I'm pushing those political jokes because I'm a smooth guy like that. So anyway, it seems like Peridot won this round. But Peridot has no idea how to use any of the tools in the barn, so it looks like Pearl and Peridot will be working together to get rid of the cluster, and then Steven gets his brains eaten out by the cluster, but not really the cluster. And overall, like I said before, this episode is good. I really like that it told the whole Pearl story. It didn't need an entire episode that'll. What's it called? It doesn't need an entire episode like many thought it would, something that deep would be explained in an entire episode. But no, really, Pearls are service little people for Homeworld. What more do you need for that? They're the Baymaxes of Homeworld. And I like that. I love the way it was presented. They could have just been it could have been Garnet and Pearl and Amethyst talking and stuff, and they're like, or they just casually mention that Pearl's, just another maintenance robot or something. Or it could have been they go to Homeworld finally, 20 episodes later, and there's a whole bunch of Pearls there, and they're like, "What? What is this?" And then they reveal everything. No, I love the way, because obviously Peridot's from Homeworld, and she's so used to Pearls just being Pearls. I love the way that they reveal it with the whole, it's like, "Get out of here," and they're like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, get out of here. And it seems like Pearl herself kind of forgets, that she was, that she used to be a service. I'm gonna say service robot, but she's not a service gem. I really love the way that they did that, because there were a lot of ways that I think a lot of other TV shows would have done, but I just love it's done so casually. I guess it's very nice. There's a lot of funny Steven scenes in this episode. Especially when he finds out that what's it called? That Pearl is a service gem. He does some funny faces, and a scene that made me laugh and just like how like real it was Steven draws like some goofy picture of what he wants the drool to look like, and Pearl does like that thing your mom does when she's like, "Oh, it's great, but it's really not." Pearl walks over, she's like, "Oh, it's a lovely picture, Steven, but it's not gonna look like that." It's a very funny scene, and besides that, a whole bunch of funny. There's a really weird scene with Amethyst where she's modeling and the two robots have to paint her. It is weird. I don't know why they did that, but it's weird. And and after that they make a really funny joke about how art is subjective, so there's no real better or worse person. But besides that, not much else to say about this episode. Overall, pretty good. But I will see you guys later. Chicka chicka.